This video will show you how to prepare your grades for printing at the end of a trimester. If you use the elementary school report card, the report card that looks like what's on the screen right now, the one with boxes. For most of our grade schools, this is K through 5. For some, it's the K through 4 report card. The middle school report card looks different. So I'm going to go over to my grade book. And I have a fake grade book here with 4 fake students. And I have grades in there for my students. And when I'm ready to prepare my grades for the report card, I go over to grading. I click on standards. And this screen shows up. So the first thing I have to do is transfer the grades from here over to this column right here. So I'm going to go over here, and Ava has a B. Now Carter has a C+, but let's say that I think that Carter has worked really hard. I think that his grade is pretty close to a B-. So I want to change that grade from a C+ to a B-. I can do that right here. And when I do that, I should also change it in the grade book. So I'm going to go over here where the grade book grade would be and change that one to a B- also. Now I can tell I changed that grade because it has the little triangle right here in the corner. That tells me that this grade has been changed. Okay, I'm going to go to Yvonne and give him an A, and Jack has a C. Okay, grades are finished. Now I'm ready to do the standards part of the report card. The standards part of the report card is this part right here. That's going to go in these boxes right here. Okay, so if I hover over this column, it tells me that this one is works up to potential. Now my codes show up, the plus, the parentheses, the backward line, the dash, and the N. If I can't remember what those are, and usually I can't, I can go over here to the Power School, Power Teacher checklist. This will be posted in the same place that the video is posted so that you can easily refer to it. And it tells you just exactly what to do. Now if I roll to number 4, this is the one that tells me what each one of those symbols stands for. That the backward line is showing improvement, the dash is needs improvement, the N is does not apply this trimester, or this is something that wasn't taught during this trimester. The plus is very good, and the parentheses are satisfactory. So I go back to my grade book, and I want to start with everybody having satisfactory. So I have these satisfactory. I'm going to fill, and then I can go back and change whatever I need to. So works up to potential. I'm going to keep these all the same. So I go over to the second column, participates in classroom discussions and activities. And I'm going to say, I'm going to start out with satisfactory and fill, and I'm going to say, okay, Jack is really a good participator in classroom discussion, so I'm going to change his to a plus. And I keep doing that right down all of the columns. Now remember, if you hover over the column, it tells you what you are grading. Expresses ideas effectively in writing. So each of these you'll have to fill in as you go through. And then you get to the last one. And this one for math, language arts, and reading is instructional level. This is a way to demonstrate to parents if their child is on grade level, or if there are certain accommodations being made for reading, math, and language arts. So in this column, you would only put a 1, a 2, or a 3. So I go back over to my checklist, and here it tells me in enter instructional level that 1 is below grade level, 2 is at grade level, and 3 is above grade level. So I go back over here, And my last column, instructional level. And this would be if a child is receiving any kind of accommodations. Like maybe they're in an advanced math class, that would be a 3. Or maybe they get a spelling list that's a little bit different, a little bit easier than everyone else, that would be a 1. So what we're evaluating here is, are any special accommodations being made for this student? So I'm going to say no, in my class, everybody's at a 2. Everybody's at grade level. Okay. Now, when you're finished, you click the Save button. And then if you want to, you can click Final Grade Status, click Save, and it will tell you then in your grade book that you are done with your language arts class. You have to do this for every class that you have. Language arts, reading, spelling, math, and so on. I always feel like I should apologize to all the elementary school teachers because this is so much work. Okay, now we also have the work and study skills, and we have comments left. So here's the work and study skills, the personal development skills, and then how do we do comments. So in this one, in the work and study skills, I'm not going to give a grade. That's not graded. I don't have any assignments. So this column right here is left blank. Here we go with the standards, and you can see on this, here they are right here. Work study skills, personal and social growth skills. So I hover over, it tells me makes good use of time. Okay, I'm going to say everybody's satisfactory on that one. Hover over, tells me follows directions. I'm going to start with everyone is satisfactory, and then I'm going to say Jack needs improvement in that, and Ava follows directions really well the first time. Here's my third one, consistently does neat work. And I fill. Okay, now you're going to do that, everybody, for every column all the way down. In the work and study skills and in the personal development section of the grade book. Okay, now last is homeroom. Homeroom is where you're going to put the comments. So in an elementary school report card, the only place you can put comments is in the homeroom section. So if the FIAD teacher, let's say, wants to make a comment about a student, he or she needs to give that comment to the homeroom teacher, and then she or he will put it in the section where homeroom comments are put in. If a comment is made in the FIAD class section, it won't show up on the report card. Now, the expectation is that there will be comments made for every student. Here's how you do it. You click right here, and you click on the little speech bubble with the lines. So I clicked here, and I clicked here. Now, here's my comment bank. And there are like over 700 comments. They are also listed in the report card checklist. You can see that these are my favorite. I've starred these because I use them a lot, and these are the ones I want to show up first, so I don't have to look all over for them. If you want to use your own comments, you can do that. You should check with your building principal to see what the expectations are for that. And you should also, if you have Hispanic families in your school, you should check with your building principal to see if the expectation is that you would put comments in English and Spanish. Okay, so check with your building principal about how do I make comments and do I need to include Spanish comments. But you can make your own comments if you want to. All right, so I just click the plus right here, and that one shows up. I click the plus, and that one shows up. Now, suppose I have one that I don't have a star in, and it's one I don't use very often, and I don't want to look through all 735 items. Well, if you can pull out a keyword like distracts, let's say, this one will show up. Occasionally distracts other students in class, and I can put a plus up there. If I want to get rid of that one, I just highlight it, and I click apply. And all of my 735 show up again. Pick out the keyword for, let's say, gym clothes. There we go. Consistently brings improvement shown, improvement needed. I can put the plus in here, and the comment will show up. Okay, so that's an easy way to find a comment that you need. If they're comments you're going to use all the time, I would definitely recommend that you star those, that you fill in the star, and then they will show up first. The Spanish comments have the same number as the English one, but SPA at the end. So this one would be B12 SPA. Okay, that's it. Hopefully you will be able to fill out your gradebook. Remember that the checklist is also a really quick, really easy way to review how to do this.